Hey guys, it's Juzzie Smith here, and these are 5 effects that will blow you away. So number 1, glottis. Number 2, throat vibrato. So number 3 is tongue trill. Number 4, quick bending. And lastly is number 5. This is the shake. So the reason I want to show you these 5 effects is because they've brought me from a harmonica player to a harmonica player. So I've traveled the world, been able to play this amazing instrument. And honestly, when you can add effects like what I'm going to show you to your playing, you're going to impress yourself plus whoever listens to you. So they can take time to master, but when you've got them, you've got them. And it's one of the coolest instruments, I believe, in the world. First effect, the glottis I call it. It shakes the back of your throat. The easiest way for me to explain this effect is if you snore, congratulations, you're halfway there. So snoring, a lot of people can do that naturally. The trick is to do it without your nose, and you'll feel that thing in the back shaking, and that's what gives you the effect. While practicing this, you might want to have some water because it dries your throat a lot. Now the trick is to add that to a note. Inhale on hole 4. And the trick is now you go. So maybe try that first. Be able to push your lips out like a single note. And then try and get that sound. Very, very tricky. Number 3 is a bit easier. I always find it easier if I bend and let it go. It just seems to hold the note easier. For me, I like to listen to other things like trumpet players and imitate the way they make cool sounds, and I try and find that on the harmonica. So the way I'd use this effect, the glottis, is I go. So that was just like holding a bend and letting it go slowly and trying to keep it really smooth. This takes time, but it's so, so cool. So I usually just start with a bend and then let it go and add the glottis. So try that, have fun with it, and at the end of this whole clip, I'm going to mix them all together, so hang around because it's going to blow you away. So the second effect that I love, I use all the time, is throat vibrato. The reason I use it all the time is because I'm a one-man band and I don't have my hand to do the vibrato, so I've mastered the art of using my throat. And the way I'd say to practice, you can do this while you're driving your car, you know, or you're just walking down the street. It's all about getting this smooth inhale, because what you're doing is like you're pulling the note in, just relaxing it, and then pulling it in again. So it's like a smooth, it's not going, it's not harsh, it's just really soft. And then you can practice getting faster. But the way you'll know you're doing it right is it goes right down to here and it actually shakes your whole body. If your body's not shaking, you're not quite doing it right. So don't just do it in your throat. Nothing like that. Look, if you could jump in my body, you'd go, whoa. But it's like this. I show you my belly because it's doing this, but I'm not going to show you my belly. But that's what my belly is doing. You feel up quite quick. But on a single note, you can hold it for a while because there's only a certain amount of air. Hole 4 again on the draw note. See how I can do it slow, speed it up, slow, and then you add it to anything that you play, any melody. Say the funky licks that I showed in the funky grooves. Don't know if you've seen that lesson, but it's really, really fun. Little bits like that add so much dynamics and flavor to the sound. Just quick little da 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 da, or long melodies like. Instead of the hand vibrato, but you can do that with hand vibrato. Two effects at the same time is very cool. Alright, this next effect here I love doing. Whenever I get a chance to do it, I pop it in. All it is a tongue trill. Some people can't do this, but if you practice, you will be able to do it. It's like going, and that's just your tongue vibrating so fast. So it's like saying the word der, it's like saying her, but then you put your tongue right up until the air is vibrating your tongue. So it's quite relaxed. That's what's making it vibrate easily. This is cool on chords. I love to use this on, say, 1, 2, and 3. I'm playing the C harmonica, so it's just a C chord. Pretty cool. So make sure your lips are right over. It's a lot of adjusting your mouth to get that, but I'd use it for something like a groove like this. It just adds a cool effect. If you got your hand here, you can do the cupping as well. Hey guys, if you enjoy these lessons and what I'm sharing, I've got a Patreon page and it teaches you a whole lot more, has really cool backing tracks, and you get discounts on cool things like this. So my purpose is to make learning really fun, which will make your learning so much quicker. So if you want to check out Patreon, just check out the link in description or the link right here. Okay, so number 4, the fourth effect. This is just quick bending. Bending is probably the most used effect of all on harmonica for the style I love to play, and that's blues sort of style. The reason why is because it gives you a feeling of singing. So singers in the blues style, well, I got a feeling that's quite blue. They got a well, slides up to notes. You try and get those notes that you're hearing them sing, and that's where I think blues came from, and the style of harmonica playing like this. So the quick bending is you get confident with your bends, then you can just do it quickly. So I'd say on hole 4, you can just get that quicker. Hole 3, sounds cool when you add the effect of cupping. Remember when I used to hear Sonny Terry? Never heard of him before? You should check him out. He's an amazing country harmonica player. But here you go. And I just didn't know what it was. I thought it was his hand making all these effects because he does all these. And but it's mostly his tongue. He's just a master at effects with his tongue. And if you want to practice this without your harmonica, just to get your strength, you can whistle backwards or just suck backwards. And that's the effect that I'm doing. It's just quickly learning how to move my tongue. This is probably the trickiest one. I can't whistle now. Sometimes if your lips get tired, you lose the ability to do a lot of things. So I always tell people, if your lips get tired, have a break, because your playing will just get worse. And it's good to have fresh lips. So high note bends are. You can do it up there as well. That was a few squealing notes there. But Jimmy Reed's really cool, high note bender. Just all these things adds cool effects to your playing. When you get the chance to hit these notes, you can go chuck in an effect. And the 5th effect, the last effect, this is one of the first things that drew me to the harmonica. When I first heard this on a commercial, it was this. That shake is what blew me away. I just went, wow, what is that sound? And I got a harmonica the next day when I was 13 years old, and you could say I've been blowing my life away ever since then. But the shake, I find there's lots of ways to do it. People put in their hand, just shake it. People just shake their head. What I like is both. I just leave my hand relaxed. And the trick I find that makes it the smoothest is I put my lips over holes 4 and 5. We're going to be shaking on them. So drawing 4 and 5, relaxed, and then just shaking your head from left to right and keeping this hand really relaxed because it just moves with it. So when you're going left, it sort of wants to move, and then you go right and it goes. And together, they're moving a little bit. And it just creates this sound. I'll show you. So if you can hear that, my lips are locked in, staying on 4 and 5. When I move there, I'm getting 5. And I move there, I'm getting 4. And it just, if I go back to the middle, I'm both. So. I find this is the most, probably smoothest way I've ever heard anyone do the shake. You can add the bend to it, all those things. So you can mix all these different techniques and effects together, and they give you that cool. Yeah. And that's that Muddy Waters groove, which I've taught in previous lessons, called the #1 riff on the harmonica, if you want to check it out. But he does like. And a true story, when I was learning guitar, my guitar teacher also played really good harmonica, so he showed me a few things. And then one day when I was about 14, he invited me on stage to play with his band. I didn't know how to jam with a band, so I just shook that for the whole song. And anyway, the next day he told me, okay, that was pretty cool. But you got to learn to work with, fitting in. You don't have to play all the time. And I just learned that, okay, cool, no worries. You sit back and you just sit in there and you just add tasty things when you're playing in bands. You don't have to think you have to do too much. Just sit there, relax, listen, use your ears. It's like having a conversation. You just want to say something that means something rather than just talk too much. So I'm going to show you now how I'd mix all these together just when I'm playing. If I just met you and I said, I play harmonica, check this out. This is probably what I play. This is mixing all 5 effects. So you can see it sounds very professional, and it's just because I'm playing around and having a lot of fun. So experiment with these really cool effects, as it's going to take your harmonic playing to the next level. It'll take you time for some of them, but it's all about enjoying the time you practice. And before you know it, you'll be just playing this all the time because it's so much fun. So have heaps of fun, guys, and keep on jamming.